Saan ka kukuha ng ano?
No.
Ng feed sa loob ng game mismo?
Siguro. Para makita natin. Wala pa eh.
Wala
Kaya,
pa, hindi pa bukas yung ano. Yung lobby.
kaya hindi pa bukas yung lobby. Ano to? Ano to? What blasphemy is this?
Hindi pa bukas yung lobby. Maya. Malalaman mo yan pag nag-start mag-ban.
Hindi nga, Jojo. 5 games? Oh my God.
Oh, best of 5 yan.
I thought it was just 3 games and I'm like happy.
Championship yun eh.
How should I know? It's my first time watching. Right, sa mga nag-aano dyan. Yes, this is my first time watching TI9. No. Lahat naman tayo first time watching TI9 Championship eh. Right, I mean, this is my... Oh ba yan? Sabaw? So basically, this is my first time watching the championship and actually giving a damn. Usually, inaano ko lang to kasi inaasar ko lang yung The Boys pag naglalaro. Tapos inaano ko sila. Gusto ko lang pumukha sa kanila, magaling ako manghula. Sino manalo. Oh my God. Ang sakit ko. Yeah.
Serbian/Croatian squad, Elements Pro Gaming during the Boston Major. Well, that didn't end well, but here I am now. I don't know. Coaching is a bit hard. Someone in the interview talked about, I think it was Heen, who said, like, I can coach, but I don't know what to do. I've never done it before. So do your own thing. I don't know. I think there's a lot of smart people in the community who can be coaches, but you don't have the chance to play. I'm not talking about myself. Don't worry.
Well, I was talking to Heen, and he was saying that he wished he had more time. It's like, geez, you already had quite a bit of time with TNC, but he still wants more time. It's like it never ends, right? And I think the idea of coaching is that you have to really be there. You have to be a part of that family in order to do the best possible job. Coaching is not a thing where you can just like show up to the LAN and be like, hey guys, so what are we doing this time? Like it's not even enough to be at the boot camps. I think you really need this like full-on team dynamic of just like we are together all the time, all the year, becoming a single unit if you want the full effectiveness.
The hardest part is when teams not doing well. This is when you struggle. Like you can see the players arguing
Namin
against each
kyaw-kyaw.
other.
Gusto ko na mag-start ang
Things
game.
are going smoothly. You can kind of look like a good
Wala
coach.
pa sila yun. Usap-usap pa lang sila eh.
Oo.
Bago kasi mag-start yung lobby, usap-usap mo na yun.
Dapat kailangan talaga. Ang problema, hindi lahat ng tao ay nag-discord. So, wala din ako magagawa dyan. Wala rin ako masasabi dyan.
So, paano ka mag-usap-usap yan? Ano yung mga bagay na kinoconsider mo pag pick ka ng ano?
Nakainom ka ba ngayon ng gatas? Mauutot ka ba niyan? Will you have Hindi ko alam, kuya. Ngayon ko lang nakikita to eh.
Ilang beses ka na nag-rank ka?
Ako? Wala. Simple lang naman sa akin. Anong role mo eh? Yun lang. What's your role? What's my role? Okay.
Ang role ko ay number 6.
Ganun na nga yun. Kailangan ko ng 6 na carry and whatever. I need 6 supports for me to carry. It's very simple. Let's see how this is. Hi, Zach. OG. I know, dude. I have an odd feeling it's gonna be OG as well. I don't know, man. I might be wrong. But I just have a really odd feeling it's gonna be OG. What do you think, Aline?
Sa akin, OG ako, pero iba rin kasi yung experience ng Liquid. Kasi lahat sila nanalo ng TI na eh. They came from different teams eh.
I don't know. Mongrel sometimes work, but sometimes it doesn't work. I might be wrong.
Iba kasi yung pressure sa game during the actual event na eh. Tingnan mo yung ang pangalan nito, yung Virtus Pro. Sa mga maliliit na ang lakas nila. Pagdating ng TI, sabaw sila maglaro.
Quack, quack.
Iba kasi yung pressure
All
eh.
right, give us the
Pag
Yeah.
nanalo ka na or ano, inibest mo na ginagawa
don't
siya,
care, just give it to us.
it's sort of like,
There's a thought.
nasasanay ka na eh, nawawala na yung pressure.
Any other
Sorry,
answers?
Zach. He doesn't know how to speak in English.
May ganun.
English.
Ah.
Yes.
I demand English.
Okay.
Now.
Yes.
Why was the name
Yes. The okra is a very delicious meal.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You know what they call the okra here? They call okra here
What?
as
Ladyfinger.
lady fingers.
I thought that was kind of a nice thing, and now
Why is
obviously
it
they
called
get the chance to
ladyfinger?
play together. But isn't that
Kasi it
crazy
looks
that
like
all those
fingers.
grassroots teams of people
Ng
willing
lady?
to
I
Ang weird
guess.
naman,
make it
kulay
as
green.
a profession?
I guess.
There's success stories in
Well,
there.
what's even harder than that too is that you hear sometimes like Miracle or Yapsor talk about people who they played with back home. They're like, "Oh, this guy was so good,"
Yeah.
and you're just like, "What if that same person was given those opportunities?" Like I've heard them talk about guys who played these WHGs, and there's like, "Yo, Aframoosh or like Hook." Like I know from that region, there's like these guys are so good.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because you were just
Parang
like,
walang
so
matulog yung
close
OG
to
ah.
being a part of this. And then that just like
Oh,
drives you further to want
hard
to take
life
that,
for the
depending
pros,
on
I
like, the boundaries
guess.
in your life to go for it. But obviously these guys fully committed.
Pagka, after they play the game, they also play
Many
game
of
at
them
home.
have been kicked or
Yeah.
experienced. Like we talk about like the failure that happens
Or
at
they party
TI,
hard
but like
because they already,
at least you got to TI
they know
and
they
you
will be
experienced a level of
winning. It's
success.
either
You
number one or
managed to make
number
some
two.
money, but before all of that was the grind where you weren't making that money. You were getting kicked out of teams, or your teams would disband, or something like that, and you would experience failure after failure after failure. And I think in many ways it hardened some of these players and continue to strengthen their resolve to push fast. And now when they experience the same kind of failures on a much larger scale, they're ready for it.
Yeah, if you want to fully commit, there's going to be ups
So
and downs.
apparently Yoa
You
just
need to
messaged me
go
and he said
through those
he's going for
downs, and
liquid. He
it
feels
is the
it's
hardest
liquid
part.
who's gonna win this
From
time.
one player on the stage that didn't went through the grind. He started playing his first professional results.
I'm not sure.
14, and then he
Too
got
early to
18.
tell.
He was like, okay, let's win this thing. I'm talking about Thompson, of course. He is one of the few royal roaders we have. I'm
will
adopting
say-
the term.
You can't tell though, because the way that he walks on the stage, I think he has the most swag of any player here at TI.
I think-
Out of all the walkouts I've seen, he's got the broad shoulders
You
all
know
of a sudden.
why?
He hasn't cut his hair. He's doing this.
You know why.
Swagging.
Can we get a
This
close up
guy-
on Trent while he does that,
Well,
please?
I mean, you
Keep-
can just put me
keep-
side by side by
keep that
Thompson.
swagger
It's
going,
the
baby.
exact same thing. It's just
Oh,
there's
yeah.
a death stare, and he's just walking.
And
It's
the
like,
hair
yeah.
is flowing behind.
Yeah, it's like blowing in the wind. The smoke comes through.
I fucked.
Keep going, Fred.
So
Keep
sorry.
going. All right.
That man right there.
Yeah, that's him.
He's got about 8 brothers, right? I think that's where that comes from.
Yes, that's right. The top son.
You know, you gotta swag out each other. You gotta be.
And he got him. That's all I'm saying. No, that guy won TI. He's like, where you at now, siblings?
I mean,
I'm a
that's the top
successful
son.
engineer. I have a lawyer practice. I play video games that have made millions of dollars. Top son, baby.
Every dinner he's just popping off.
I mean,
Thompson
it's pretty
is
amazing that
what?
Thompson is number 2 in
Uh,
playing.
I know, but is he Asian,
What do you
American?
call someone that wins 2 TIs 2 times in a row?
European. Both team are
Retired,
European.
man.
Oh, told you it's gonna be whites. Ain't gonna be any Asians this time around.
He's just here for the
Not being
paycheck.
racist, just a gut feel.
When we talk about Team Liquid, they also
The thing is, European gaming is really fast. That's kind of hard for a lot of people to follow. You see, when we go to Europe servers, right?
To win second TI, and I mean, there's a lot of skilled players from the region where he's coming from.
So you have to keep that
You mentioned,
pace, and
Afromush
that pace is
Mage.
all throughout the
There's-
game.
There's a lot of skilled
Nah.
players that, need
I
to
have
be
one
developed.
issue.
I think the
I have
scene
to
there
admit.
is, actually
With
How-
one? With what?
Oh,
really
because
flourishing.
I can't zoom out. I don't understand why.
I have no idea.
The view
Maybe your
doesn't zoom
video
out.
card?
Can't be
Doesn't
my
allow you
video
to zoom
card.
out?
GH also out of nowhere. These 10 players on stage, they all were giving a shot at a time. There's obviously a couple of grinders at the top there, Kuroki, and we haven't really talked about him yet because
Come on, start the game,
much about
please.
Kuro already. He's been at all 9 internationals, multiple grand finals. I think this is his third. Won one of them, and he started playing well before the first TI. He said he started playing Dota in 2008. You know, he's had over a decade of experience there. It
Talagang
is
ubos ng
crazy to
labi.
think that he is still on top of his game, able to be on top of his game. There's not a lot of players that can say that.
Yeah, I like the
No,
fact that we do have this
kind of
narrative of
weird
all
though.
these new players who've been given a chance because there was a history of Dota, both Dota 1 and a lot of Dota 2 history. Probably the first 3-4 years where the people who got the chance to be able to play professionally, it was very tightly held. It was considered that like pubs, it wasn't really a good true sense of skill, and it came down to getting an opportunity to try out for a team, and that obviously came with being able to know somebody and have someone vouch for you. And there's a lot of stories about that. Like
we had some-
1437, got vouched by Fear, for example.
Yep.
There's a lot like that.
That was the word back then, man. The vouch. That
Yeah.
was like
The vouch.
that's all you needed. You
We
needed
had
in
some
that in-house.
in-house leagues, yeah.
You tried not to get 1v1 out of the in-house league.
Yeah.
Also very important, but that's where a lot of these teams came from.
It really is. It's impressive. Hey, every time, if you think back of all of the internationals, you know, every international is known for something. TA8, OG, Cinderella run. You got TA7, lower bracket run for Liquid. You know, everything has something. What is this TI gonna be known for?
Best group stage.
Second TI winner.
Second TI winner.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
A lot of
I think that's gonna overshadow
mega creep
everything
comebacks.
this time.
Handsomest English final panel.
Oh, also true.
I like it.
Thanks
I
to
like
Lacoste.
it. Thank you.
It's a snazzy shoe.
It really is. I do want to, you know, cater also to people that don't really watch Dota at all. You know, hello, I know you're there. Tune in once a year. We love to have you, and we love to talk to you about all the players we have playing on stage. You know, we have obviously a big passion for the game, and we love to share that passion. And I want to, you know, set the story for you for these two teams facing each other. And obviously, as Trent just mentioned, there is a chance of two. Well, first of all, there's a chance of a back-to-back TI champion. That is crazy. And then there's, regardless, going to be a two-time champion at this International 2019.
And
Now, what other stories should people be aware of?
Well-
Like, just the people stories.
Why should they play Dota? Is what I would say. I mean, if you're here and you're just
Tapos
watching
yata is
once
from
a year,
Finland.
I think we need to change
Hmm.
that.
If I
They
remember
should come
correctly.
and play
More often.
Dota.
Finland.
Or watching more often. You know, Dota
Sure.
is a spectator sport.
Yeah, just come for us. That's also fine. But
Yeah.
if you want to, get some more enjoyment and learn more about the game, even if you think you're going to be terrible, even if you think it might not be the best time, you are going to thoroughly enjoy these games a lot more if you play Dota. You can learn more. You can appreciate what these players are doing a heck of a lot more when you try and do similar things and go, wow, this is very difficult.
Yeah. I played Eon of Strife, Tides of Blood, then I switched to Dota when it came out. Now I'm playing Dota 2. It's been probably 15 years combined. It's basically half of my life. I'm not that young, even though I look young. So 15 years of Dota, and look where it got me.
And how
So
many
start
friends have
playing
you made
Dota.
along the way?
A lot of
In
friends.
15 years'
How
time,
many
you too
enemies have
could
you
be up
met
on
along
this
the way?
panel.
A bit less, I would say. And I do have a lot of friends.
It's a community. It's an ever-changing
Yeah.
game.
Yeah.
It's the hardest. Nothing is more satisfying than getting better at Dota.
Yeah, it is definitely the deepest game in that regard, both when it comes to the mechanics and strategy, but the history, right?
Yeah.
Like we're talking about, like I think that's what makes Dota 2 as an esport really interesting is the very, very deep history that starts with that kind of grassroots buildup. You really can't get that kind of a faithful esport.
You
than
can't
something
fake
that
Oh
has
man,
been
you made me
built
stop Stardew for
from
this.
the ground, just purely through fans
Yep.
loving the game,
Sabi
loving
nila,
a
nandun na daw eh.
custom mod of a game that's in another game. You know, trying to
Nandun na
explain
sila,
that to
nandun na
your
nga sila
friends.
sa box,
It
di
could
ba?
sound real dumb, believe
The
me.
best
Yeah, I
feeling
guess.
in Dota is when you hang out with your friends on TeamSpeak or whatever and play with them after 10 p.m. Your belly is full, you know, and enemy team is trying to fall back to their base, and that's the best feeling. You're trying to kick them when they're down. You're
Yeah.
chasing them to their base.
Come on,
That's
open
Kinda
the
like
lobby.
OG, bristleback in the
exactly.
fountain, that kind of stuff.
You
That was.
They're
peak
taking their
Dota.
sweet stuff. I
Honestly,
mean, their
that's
sweet
real
time,
stuff.
yeah?
Happy thoughts.
They're trying to buy
That's
time.
That's very
Go,
happy
go,
for
go.
For
one
what?
team.
I don't know.
Yeah, you might might have to be a little bit on the other side too when you're still learning.
We raise ourselves up by tearing each other down. That's what we do in Dota.
Come on over.
Ah.
We need more to tear down.
We need more foundation.
All right, guys. Let's also not forget that we are at the moment
Oh, sweet.
we have the biggest prize pool
Hello,
in all of
Deeb.
esports history. With all
Salamat sa share.
well, not combined, but
Hello,
all
good
the different games
morning.
there.
Hello, good morning.
Over
Hello, good afternoon na. Good
34 million
afternoon.
dollars, and the winner
Hello, good
gets 45%
evening.
of that, which is just over 15 million.
Bisayang Bisaya, mga kaibigan.
Reasons to
Etong
start
kahon
playing
nung
Dota.
pinaglagyan ng
Doing it
M2.
right now.
Pwede na
Because
itapon,
it's
no?
actually surprising, some of the younger squads, everybody is
Meron ka lang
always, younger people
enclosure.
normally better, but none of
Kailangan ko ba
Wala ba?
i-register?
experience. We heard Poppy
Hindi.
say it earlier as
Huwag
well
mo lang
on
ilalaglag.
Monday. He said the best practice for the
I don't
international
think it's
is to
gonna go
play
anywhere.
the international. Now you don't get that chance very often, and you need some of that experience before you can, securely win an international. Of course, that doesn't go for all people, but for in most cases, that is true.
Yeah, it took him almost 200 games of
Yeah.
the international to be able to lead a squad confidently. I mean, you even heard like back when he was a veteran of the TI5, TI6 days, we saw that there was some issues happening there, and you just need to be able to grind out that experience, just like you have to do with everything else in Dota 2.
Grind out the experience.
Shoutout daw kay Dave Michael Labastida. Kahit na dito, nagba-vacuum clean.
Watching right now, we should appreciate that fact.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Thank you. When you see Liquid and OG going up against each other head to head, what's the first thing that comes to your mind, Lacoste?
Europe.
Says the European.
All right, we got
Walang talo ang
these
Liquid
squads
ngayon.
are from the European region, and
Hindi nga, walang talo yan.
always a lot of
Oo.
discussion. What is the strongest region? And I think
Nasa lower bracket sila eh.
this iteration, this deep
Lower
dive
bracket
season two,
yun.
and the finale, of
Walang
course,
talo.
From the
right
lower
here in
bracket, wala sang
Shanghai.
talo.
It is a clear answer, clear winner. We have two European teams in the finals, and in the top four, there were three even. I see some people.
I don't want to engage in this
Yeah,
conversation.
Forces.
On this one.
Two North
By the way,
Americans
another
person who got into Dota thanks to Team Fortress 2.
Yeah, I can't wait to
My
see
boy.
Tsunami play
Gunner
on
got
the
into
team.
it off of TF2.
Yeah, there it is.
Listen,
Yeah.
Cap, I appreciate the well wishes, but I think the world isn't ready for me. Oh, right, Gunner, you're also pretty good. I think.
Hi.
You're a hell of a player,
Yeah, I try.
and this must be incredibly enticing for you to see. You see all the storylines and everything like that. You could be that rookie player next time.
I can make my own story.
Oh, you gonna write it with Febby, hopefully.
Yo, Febby, can we claim you as NA as well?
Oh yeah,
He's
he's
played in our
Canadian.
region for a while.
He's Canadian. He's my
Yeah.
boy.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you're Canadian. My bad. My bad.
When people talk about, sorry guys, I'm gonna cut you off for a little bit again. You gotta prep, and you gotta make sure that you say a lot of smart things about the draft that is to come very soon. Because I wanna talk more about the players, because often when you're talking about OG, you're talking about all the players, and I feel like a lot of people feel like Jarex is left out. And I wanna praise him a little bit here, because he is on the finals again, and he is a phenomenal player. He actually also he went to Korea at some point. He's like, you know what? I'm gonna start making this a career. I'm gonna move to Korea and play professionally there. He played like he's an old school player. He played together with Sunbi and Heen in a TI at some point.
That's one of those big leaps.
Yeah.
Talking about people like maybe not getting an opportunity in certain regions. He made an opportunity.
Magrarang,
Right? He took a
manonood kami ng
massive
Casti
leap
A ng
like
game
that
ngayon.
into an area
Layo
that
ka,
wasn't
dun
very
ka.
well developed. Of course, I mean Blitz and Purge throughout
Dota
the day.
wise.
So,
Stay away, Dave.
try and
Stay away.
a little bit, and then there's the man himself.
What was that
I
team?
got
Stay
MVP
away ka
Hot
na.
6?
MVP Hot 6, yeah, and
Yes.
he did that after he is finished, of course. And when you're finished, you have to do military service. So he did that after his military service. He moved to Korea.
That was like some
that
sleeping.
smile, that hair, that must be Jarex. Also, the dude's a smoke breaker. I think he breaks the most smokes in the game. I don't know if we don't talk a lot about Jarex. Extremely well. You can always see him doing stuff. Has a buyback when it's needed. Does not hesitate to use it at all. He's the
Enables the OG playstyle that they want to be able to go for. This was a conscious decision that they made. They decided, how do we want to play? We want to be to play in the enemy's face all the time. They made that decision that was going to be their playstyle. They're probably the best.
Something I'm just like, oh god, that's so dangerous, and then he hits it.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god. If any player had to miss that, this turns into a double kill the other way, but he's consistent, right? He sets up those massive plays for OG, so we will talk about him. We will
Open na.
watch him.
We will really, really watch him, and we will also do so very, very soon. I know you guys have been waiting for a while to get this started, and it is finally time for the grand finals of the International 2019.
It's open.
Versus Team Liquid. Grand Finals, Game 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. That's right. It's
That's a
OG
5
versus
series.
Team Liquid Grand Finals International
Ay,
2019.
oo, agad.
And I hope you're in it for the long haul because this is a best of 5 series. First team to take 3 games will win this entire tournament. As you saw earlier, I'm joined here by Gunnar and Febby. And as they had briefly mentioned on the panel, this is 2
more
European
IO for
teams.
you.
And this is the first time that 2 teams from the same region have been competing in TI Grand Finals since 2014, which it was Vici Gaming and Newbie.
Yeah.
So, I want to ask you really quickly, as we are soon getting into this draft, what's it like
Ayo,
playing
Alpis
another team for your
talaga.
region, and what's like the
Enchantress.
scrim culture? Because obviously, when someone's very close to you geographically, it makes sense to play them frequently in scrims. So, what kind of information do you get during scrims? Are you more trying to figure out what you're good at, or are you trying to figure out what the enemy team is bad at? You're trying to figure out new strats. You're trying to play heroes. What exactly do teams get by doing scrims?
Well, a lot of the times in tournaments, whenever same region teams play each other, you'll see that there's like upsets, right? Where it's like this really strong team that could be like top 6, top 4, whatever, is getting knocked out by, you know, like maybe a top 12 team or something like that from their same region. And it's because they play each other, like you said, a lot, right? They know their strats, they know the way they like to draft, they know the players, especially from pubs. Like you play the pubs with some player, you know, this guy likes to pick these type of heroes, he likes to kind of make this stuff around the map, and sure, it's not in a competitive as like, you know, aspect all times, but you get a feel for all the players. So that's why a lot of the times, like here, I'm expecting to see the games be like a little closer than OG's like normal run, right?
Right. And Liquid are doing a good job to make sure that doesn't happen, as we see in the first phase bans already taking away a lot of the things that OG have been proving to be extremely powerful on: the IO, the Magnus, and the Alchemist.
And but OG do get Enchantress.
They do.
Which they're probably like the best Enchantress team right now because they play 5. So if you try to like super hard counter this Enchantress, you know, you pick some like Lightstealer, Gyro. These are like okay counters, but you pick some hard counter at the edge and they put it on no-tail and then call it a day, give Seb a new hero.
Is Chen one of those heroes? Because I know back in the day when both these heroes used to be all about getting neutral creeps, it seemed that there was a real give and take between Enchantress and Chen. Both these heroes have kind of changed their role, Febby. Why exactly do you think Liquid goes for the Chen to respond to this Enchantress?
I think they're looking to group up early and push early and just like have a better early to mid team fight. I think that's what they're thinking right now, especially with the Tide pickup as well.
Also, both heroes in the early game have changed their playstyle a lot. It used to be Enchantress would go for Enchant a lot. And she'd get a creep, you know, the Wildkin, she'd have a little more bonus armor, she'd have a Tornado, and that would be like her lane support, right? And now she's more getting heal and untouchable, and she's kind of just right-clicking your carry. And Chen, on the other hand, he has his new passive ability. I guess it's not a passive anymore, right?
It's got a passive component and an active component.
Active, yeah,
so
but
the
the
Divine
passive
Favor gives the aura, and then obviously the active teleports you around the map.
So the passive gives you everyone HP regen in an area, and it increases the HP regen by percentage. So now a lot of the Chen you'll see they buy.
It looks like it's the ordinary picks.
2 HP regen. So now everyone from level
All
1 in
stars.
Chen's lane is gonna have like 5 HP regen. When they pair it with a hero like Tidehunter, that guy doesn't take
That's
damage.
the
So they can kind of match these lanes up. The 2 from Liquid,
That's
put
the
them
one
in
we
any
see.
hard lane, and they're gonna get a lot out of it.
You have your IO there, you
I
have
want
your
to talk about
Arctis
like
there.
the meta a little bit in TI because I
Yeah,
played
the
in,
Disrupt.
I think 3 or 4 TIs. I think it was 3, and I've been watching other TIs as well. So the meta shifts twice in TI. Once is after the group stage ends and when the what is this called, the
Main event.
main events for our starts. Like a lot of teams like take like those few days
especially during the 1 day break, right? There's a day break between the
Yes.
groups and the main stage.
Yeah, they study everything and they decide like what's really good in the meta. And we've been kind of seeing tiny void popping up in the main stage. And at the grand finals, meta shifts again. The first game kind of doesn't matter. It feels good if you win, but I think like Liquid from the first bands, from the first pick bands, because that's like the most important, because that actually shifts your the whole pick band. So I think this is going to be a really important match to see if they are able to actually beat OG's Enchantress, because it's going to give them a huge edge if they win this, if they are able to beat the Enchantress, because they can play it themselves too.
It's also kind of crazy if you look at this, that OG gets first pick, right, this game? And look at their bans compared to Liquid bans. Liquid has to ban like 3 of these like game-winning cores,
heroes,
right? Yeah. And OG gets to pick, you know, they ban this A, so it's like it forces you to ban the ALK.
That's what I was getting into. Like OG has a lot of heroes that Liquid needs to first ban. Meanwhile, it's not the same for the others. So yeah.
Yeah, bans against Liquid seems to be more targeted towards Miracle during the ending phases of the draft, because usually you got to be worried about these random anti-mages coming out or something like that. You're not concerned about that happening in the first phase of the draft, so you're just kind of trying to establish your strategy. So for these two teams specifically, as we see a Rubik come out for Liquid, do you think it's more in Liquid's, the ball is in Liquid's court to kind of figure out what OG is up to, and OG's just like, we're just going to play our own Dota. If you can beat it, then we'll maybe start sweating for game 2, but for right now, you got to prove that you can even take 1 game off of us.
Apil kag
Right
kask,
now,
Dave.
They looked at Dota buff. They searched TI9, looked at the heroes
Sorry
in the main
guys,
event,
may
saw
naglinis
highest
dito
win
sa amin.
percentages and pick rates, and clicked the top 3.
These seem like good heroes.
And they're hoping
May
that they're
vacuum.
going to work together and win them a game of Dota.
May niya pati yung host na
And
vacuum na rin.
Liquid is
May
doing their own
vacuum
style,
na
right?
rin.
Yes.
Like this
Thanks for
TA
the
is the
share.
in-house hero
Ay,
ever since
yeah,
they
thanks for
played
the
Liquid. Even
share,
before Liquid, you
Ortales.
play, like, on
Thank
Chaos, you play a
you.
lot. But they first picked
Hindi
it the
talaga
entire
wala-wala
time
si
last
ano
major. They started first
Bigla
picking
akong
it last
tatahimik
series.
kasi pag nag-start
I think
yung
it's like their
washing
comfort
machine.
way
Ay,
of
washing
playing.
machine.
It gives them map
Ano?
vision, gives them a like almost always a 50-50 lane at worst.
Yeah.
Even if
Kaya
it's
na.
like horrible, you can
Streaming
go jungle
room.
like in the Huskar lane, right? You can just
Exactly.
jungle, catch up, and come back in the mid late game.
I think right now OG is thinking of picking Void or not. Like they're taking their time, because this pick is going to kind of determine their win condition.
Love you too, bro.
I think they're wondering about, they probably saw the last match, right? Which was a Void versus TA.
Hi, Harrison.
And they saw how that probably panned out, how the TA just like, you know, 3-shot the
Here
Void,
you go,
you can't get
boys.
time walk off, doesn't really matter. So they're probably considering if they're
Walang
actually going to be
camera
scared of
si
this
Ate
TA and they
Kit,
need
pero
to pick,
sige
you know,
lang.
more of a safer carry against the TA, like a Spectre.
They're going to go for a hard carry option, but one that obviously is very, very strong against TA. Once the Spectre gets that Radiance online, suddenly TA's Refraction is just completely nullified, pretty much.
Also, Spectre's a common Manta buyer. That's one of the things you want on an Agi hero versus TA. It serves 2 functions. You can dodge or move the Meld Strike, and also burns the Refraction instantly. Because you have 3 different heroes.
It is not a carry hero that we see much here at TI9, but it is really amazing against Liquid supports right now. Those 2 squishy, the single target supports, the backline supports. It's really easy for the Spectre to go on Liquid's backline right now.
So the cool thing about Spectre this tournament is people are like doubling down on the late game on it. They go Midas on Spectre as their first item.
But what about the days of the old Vanguard Spectre where you're just like, no, I'll be able to make it to the late game. You're like, listen, either win or lose, this Spectre is going to get super farmed. It's up to you to end the game, and they were going Midas?
Yeah, it's like a lot of carries are going more, you have to get a lot out of the map these days, right? That's why these heroes like
That's
Alpha
interesting. They
Meepo,
actually got a
like,
Spectre.
for Liquid, right? That's their Meepo. Like these,
Yeah.
even Arcward.
Pick.
These heroes.
The Spectre is
get
not
more gold out of their
exactly.
gold.
It's
Right.
not exactly.
Alchemist just gets double the gold from last
Hard
season.
carry.
Arcward gets double the
Yeah, I
gold.
know. He's
Midas
definitely a
having
hard carry,
gold,
but he's
double
not been
Midas,
the
but also
one
team
that's
fights,
like
he has 2
being
sets of
picked
items.
True.
Meepo
all the
gets
time,
4 times the
which
stats,
is
right?
weird.
So they have a lot of
Because you have this
It's just-
small window kasi.
like functions.
Yeah, but it's definitely
Since these
you
teams
got
play in the
Elder
map so
Titan
well
and
these days,
everything. But it's very
and they
interesting
can't
who
really,
they
like,
banned. They banned
force
IO. They
people away from the
banned
map.
they banned Magnus,
Stuff
Alchemist,
like that is just really
Invoker,
strong.
Ember Spirit.
This-
Okay,
this hero
Darkseer a
from
little
Liquid
bit on the
side, it's really
tournament, so I
familiar
guess
too.
it's
I remember
normal.
it punishing the Raze King draft. This
You
is
also
really
got
really
Leshrac.
fast, and that's what
Not
Spectre
really,
is
'cause
kind of
this-
scared
this-
about.
these
so
are the
laning
heroes that
phase is really
they,
important for both sides.
OG
Because if
used in
Liquid
the
gets
past
to win,
games.
then
Ah, I
they're just
see.
gonna
So they're
start
playing
scoring.
out of history.
OG last
Yeah,
man at Gyro, then
so
picked up the
basically,
So I
you
think that's gonna be a
see
mid Pugna
you see the
versus
carry
TA.
IO,
The
right?
matchups a lot better now than it has been. And even
And
when
then
the
you
Pugnet
see the
6, the
last few
TS has a really
games
hard time
ng
laning
OG
it.
Sorry,
you were
guys. Let
playing.
me
They'll
just
probably
read you.
try to lane this tiny top, I guess. I think the tiny top's a
You're
little safer
playing
than the
what you call this
Pugna, but
Alchemist.
they can always swap the lanes around based on this last pick from
And
Liquid.
you know, last
I
year,
was thinking Liquid's gonna
the
pick a
carry
hero like
Ember.
Troll to amplify the
Sorry,
early
guys.
mid
Hold
game,
on.
but
I'm
because of
having
the
some
Pugna pick,
technical
it can get kited real rare.
issues.
So, oh, so it's a
Meepo.
So Liquid want to take that Spectre game to the next level. Another
You
hero
see
that
your
can
Meepo.
quickly
There's your Meepo.
amplify his own farm. Meepo, the last pick on Team Liquid.
That pushes TA to safe lane, I guess.
Yes.
It's a very early fast tempo. Spectre's not gonna have a lot of room to breathe. It's pretty good late
Sorry.
game, so yeah, it looks like
I had
a
to do
really
some
good
tweaks
last
there.
pick Meepo.
So then does this change the side lane Liquid
So
situation
that's
for us?
it.
Or
We
you can
got
move
Mind
Tiny
Control on
around or be able to
Tidehunter,
Titan around
Kuroki
also?
on
Because
Shen
it's still the
again.
Spectre that you
We
gotta
got GH
babysit.
on Rubik, Miracle on
Probably not.
Assassin,
The thing that's kind of scary for
Weave on
Liquid is
Meepo,
OG has an
Jerax
ET,
on
right?
Pugna,
And ET
Ana on
is
Spectre.
so
You
good
got
against
Thompson
Meepo.
as
Yes.
Tiny.
You get
Mid
astral
guy,
Pharaoh
right?
damage from each
Thompson.
Meepo.
Then you got Noodle
You
as
can
Elder
horn all the
Titan.
Meepos. You can stop
And you
all
got
the Meepos while
Jeb
you
as
clump. These big team fights. So that's the one
Enchantress.
big question I have about this Meepo pick.
Seb,
And Elder Titan is a hero that we've been seeing a lot of strength
Sebastian,
of just in the laning
under the
phase, even
sea.
before the multiple Meepos come
Take
online or
it
something
from
like that.
me.
He's going to be getting a ton of damage
Sorry,
from
guys.
that
I'm gonna
Astral
try to
Spirit.
fix my audio
Yeah, but
just a little bit.
yeah,
Yeah.
individually you're right, but I think the way these heroes work together right now, Liquid's heroes they all complement each other in the early mid game, so it's gonna be pretty hard if
Spectre.
they win the
Ana.
if
Mhm.
OG loses the lanes.
Yep. Why?
The lanes are really important this game.
All right, then. Let's
Position-
hear some of
position
the
one.
justification from Team Liquid's coach, Roman.
All right, Roman, you are now drafting in a grand final. Curious from your perspective, is it
Thompson
any
is
different, your approach to the draft?
Tiny
Now that
I'm
you
again.
know
so
you've got 5
sorry. I
games
was
instead
trying
of
to
3,
figure
or
out
is
as to why
preparation
I'm
the same?
getting this audio.
Simply because it's slightly different, simply
Ooh.
because you have, let me put it this way, you can drop one game. Basically, it's
Huh?
how
What
to put
audio?
it. You get more time to play, basically.
Oh my god, what's
How do you
happening in
feel
my
about your
stream?
draft right now?
I think we have very comfort draft this time. We played a very similar draft before in the
Okay,
tournament,
total
so
number of Blink
I feel
Daggers
good.
purchased
All
by
right, well, best of luck
25.
to you.
I say
Thank
3
you.
to
Thank you. All right,
4,
back to
0
you
to
guys as we
2.
get this first game going.
Depends
Thank
on the
you very
hero. You
much,
have
Casey,
one.
and welcome everyone to the 2019 Grand Finals, a best of 5 between Team
this
Liquid and OG. I'm Odie Pixel here with Fold. We've just seen the draft. It's all very
The
exciting,
highest
right?
net
We
worth
have
by
Liquid. They raise up the
I
TA,
would
then out comes the Pugna,
say-
and then they say, well, we're going to switch it around. We're
She
going to
said
bring
what
out
she
the
said.
Meepo. But,
Enchantress.
and there's a big but, right,
Talaga.
Fold? There's something kind of good on OG's
I have
side.
a feeling
There is
it's
a good
gonna be
Elder
Thompson,
Titan
but I'm
pick
not.
for that Meepo. This should be a really interesting one. We look at OG, like you said, this is what happens when we get to the later stages, and of course in the finals of TI. It's all about counter picks and just mind games. Like you said, they just swap the lanes around immediately just from the picks. And even though you don't see too often that these swaps happen,
Highest
it's
physical
gonna be those
damage.
mind games. Because immediately look who's actually playing the Meepo, and look at his items. Those aren't mid items on our Meepo. Those are side lane
Physical
item Meepos.
damage.
So that's already a big change up there. They're going to be
Yes,
seeing
I
the
would
player. They're
say
going to be Weehaws playing Meepo. Of course, it's going to be mid. So now we're going to see if they can actually scout the lane. Weehaws just going to hide. He has to hide this to make sure that OG does get caught off guard.
Spectre.
Is looking
And talk to me about this then, the Elder Titan, a hero that we've seen a lot of drafts where, for other reasons,
Sorry,
there could
guys.
have been the reason
Something's
to pick the
weird.
Meepo, but it hasn't come out. What
My
makes
weird?
this hero
My swig?
so scary
What's a
for the
swig?
Meepos out there?
A lot of the times, of
happening?
course, you get that big
Weird
amount of damage
is I'm
that
still
can work for
hearing
Astro,
the
but it's a
whole
5
casting
position. I think
thingy.
the
I
biggest
have
thing
it
with the
all
5
everything
position versus
closed.
that
Guys,
Meepo
I'm
is
so
you're
sorry.
amplifying everybody else versus him, and you're
I think I
stunning
need to
multiple
reboot
Meepos.
my
Sure,
computer.
he's not going to be stacking all
Yep,
5 of them
I
all
have
the
to
time,
reboot.
or all
Sorry.
the 4 of them at the same time.
I'm so sorry. Hi. Oh. Hello? I think I know why. It's me. User problem. Oh my god.
Down bottom. They know it's a Meepo.